Optiplex is outdated.
I can upgrade them.
There will be haters.
Let them come.
So I thought it'd be interesting to see not only the computer, but the packaging for hilarity, to see how things are packaged. This one, the packing slip said it was from a recycling company, and it had a nice box, so I expect it should be well packed. So let's take a look. Lots of bubble wrap there. Lots of bubble wrap here. Yeah. So packed pretty nicely. So this isn't some random person. This is a company that does this for a living. So you can see they package this really good. Optiplex 5040 is supposedly working. It was cheap because this plate's missing. But these would normally go for about $150, so 80 is great. It's going to be a 4th gen i5. So we'll plug that in and check it out. Alright, this is the Optiplex 5040 that we bought on eBay for $80 something. And now it's time to upgrade it and see if we can make another budget gaming PC. So we have 80 and some change here. I'll have to get the actual numbers there. SSD, I used my old one. Here I'm just temporarily putting it here. I'm actually going to put it there later in the 5 1/4 bay. So we're removing the optical drive, don't need that, and going SSD. I don't have the NVMe drive yet. I'm just using my hard drives from the 9010 build that was the first one that I did. This is the second one. So this is just a test setup. The actual finished product will look a little bit different. And this is the GTX 1650 I just bought for, let's say $50, maybe you could say $75. Basically, I bought a Dell XPS for $100 that included this, and then I'm going to sell the XPS itself for $50. So in my mind it's $50, but let's call it $75. So we're at $150. Let's say you would spend maybe $25 to $50 on SSD or the NVMe. So we're at $200 now, and then we're gonna go 16 gigabyte on the memory. But this is PC3 DDR3L, so I don't have any on hand. I'll have to buy some. I actually bought this because I thought it came with DDR4, which some of the 5040s do. And then when I received it, I found out that it's DDR3. So we'll do what we can. This is just step one. I'm gonna use the stock power supply because I have seen 3 reputable people online using the stock power supply with a 1650, which only draws 75 watts. You can run a 120 watt card. I've seen 2 people do that. You'll basically be at the limit of the power supply, and I don't really want to be at the limit, but this one only draws 75. Now you're seeing this power connector here hooked up to the SATA, which most people say is not a good idea, but I've already tested this card in my other computer, the 9010. This card with the PCI and the extra connection the slot and the 6-pin, no matter what you do, it never takes more than 75. So this is fine. So I just want to fire it up, make sure it runs good. Then we'll go ahead and get further upgrades. You can put a full-size power supply here if you want to cut all of this out. Not sure if I'm going to do that. I would rather do things that are bolt-on because not everyone is capable of that. Not going to add fans yet. This is a little tiny 80 millimeter, so I'm not too happy about that. That's the only air coming out, but you have these twin fans blowing around. So that's going to be an issue to get air out. I found this. This is interesting. I haven't seen anybody do this, but check this out. If you don't use this for anything, if you just leave this empty, here's the front cover, right? And it goes like that. So that's the front side. Now this is weird. See, this is blocked off, right? That's that 5 1/4 bay. If you pop this out, look, check this out. This comes out. So what that means is if you could pop this out and get rid of this thing right here, you could actually have like a full grill, a full flow grill. See, all the way through. So that's an idea, but I don't know. I mean, it's great that that's an option because now you have full air coming in here, but the problem is all the air is coming in here and just going out here. It doesn't help the graphics card. What we want is we want air to come in here, then go up and out. Another problem is that the 350 watt power supply that fits in here, the fan's right there. So you have air coming in here, air going in there, and it's kind of just battling for air like this, and I don't like that either. So we'll see. If you put the SFF power supply from Corsair here, it's only that big, and then maybe a little fan right here, then you could have air coming in there, at least here, just going out this way, going out that way, and a little bit there. But here's the cool part. The 1650 runs very cool. I couldn't even get it to hit 70 degrees no matter what I threw at it in the other system. So I think with this being a cooler running card, this is a lower power unit. It doesn't use a lot of power, so I think maybe just in itself it might be just cool enough to where it doesn't need all the crazy cooling. So we'll see.